Part 75. From the City to the Strongest in the Universe. Author, G. Difeng Ren. Chapter 741. Hun Mo continued, and every genius, if he can pass more stairs for the first time, he will be given rich treasures. Choose. After hearing this, Li Yang obviously became interested in the talent ladder. Yes, after 20 steps you can choose an ordinary holy weapon, by going 40 steps you can choose a medium holy weapon, by going 60 steps you can choose a high-level holy weapon. By going 80 steps you can choose a top-notch holy weapon. Writing this, I hope readers will remember our domain name Taiwan Novel Network rightward arrow. Speaking of this, Han Mo also had a look of wonder in his eyes. Even the masters, many use high-level holy weapons, and there are no top-level holy weapons. Even many masters don't have top-level holy weapons. You don't need to search for them or snatch them like crazy. You only need to pass the 80th talent ladder to get them easily. You don't need to think about it to know that this talent ladder will make all the major ethnic groups and many masters in the universe go crazy. Even the masters who have top-level holy weapons are probably extremely excited. After all, even if they have a treasure of this level, they may only have one. Who doesn't want more top-level holy weapons? To be honest, treasures of this level have certain strategic significance to the ethnic group. At this time Li Yang was also shocked. In addition to the Kunlun mirror, the supreme sacred weapon that he had just recognized as his master, he also had a top-level sacred weapon, the devouring token. Thinking of this, Li Yang was also moved. Han Mo, if you pass the 80th step, you will get the top holy weapon. What about passing the 100th step? Is the reward higher? Li Yang couldn't help but ask. He is absolutely confident in his talent. If you pass the 80th path, you will be given a top-level holy weapon. If you pass the 100th path, wouldn't it be more? Hearing this, Han Mo nodded and said, yes, the reward for passing the 100th ladder is indeed more generous. You can choose a peak holy weapon. The pinnacle holy weapon. Hearing this, Li Yang couldn't help but feel his heartbeat. In the entire universe, apart from the supreme holy weapon, the pinnacle holy weapon is the most powerful. Only the most powerful master can fully exert the power of the peak holy weapon. A slightly weaker master cannot fully activate this level of holy weapon. The top 10 peak ethnic groups in the universe have the founders of the world. The human race, demon race, etc. all have the supreme holy weapon, but there are still a few who do not. And for those ethnic groups who have the founder of the world but do not have the supreme holy weapon, the pinnacle holy weapon is the most powerful treasure of their group. This shows how precious treasures of this level are. If the outside world appears, it is estimated that all the major ethnic groups will fight for it frantically, and even the founder of the world may go out to fight for it. It can be said that having one more treasure of this level in the clan is equivalent to having several more emperors. Han Mo continued, in the long years of the universe, the talent ladder has appeared many times, and in 3 of them, strong men passed 100 talent ladders and chose a pinnacle holy weapon. Li Yang, who has possessed the strength of an emperor for 200 years and can even kill ordinary emperors, is almost unique in the universe. But within 200 years, there may not be anyone stronger than him, but if we take a longer time, it may take 1,000 years for a genius to kill an ordinary emperor and have similar strength to Li Yang. But after 10,000 years, this genius may break through and become a master. Li Yang can kill ordinary emperors in 200 years, but he may not be able to become the master in 10,000 years. Every master's original potential is definitely different. Overall, there must be someone stronger than Li Yang. After all, with Li Yang's current talent, most powerful people are sure that he will reach the level of invincibility in the future, but they are still cautious about whether he can become a master and dare not guarantee it. In the entire universe, there are still a certain number of masters of all ethnic groups including humans, monsters, and so on. 3 people. Li Yang said secretly in his heart. Long years, so many peerless geniuses, now there are dozens of masters of the human race, plus the masters of other major ethnic groups. Every master was definitely extraordinary at the beginning. Including the master of the entire universe, in total, there are only 3 people who have passed 100 talent ladders. From this we can also see how difficult this talent ladder is. Hun Mo, do you think I can pass? Li Yang asked. He knew too little about the talent ladder information, and he didn't know what the testing standards were. Looking at Li Yang's slightly excited eyes, Han Mo said lightly, "Don't get too excited. I don't know if you can pass the 100th staircase, but I will tell you one more message. Although the talent ladder is strange, it does not open all the time, but only opens once in an extremely long time. Only after it is opened, can you go to test the talent and then obtain the treasure. The last time it was opened was 50 billion years ago, up to the first opening was 120 billion years ago. The interval between each 2 openings is not fixed, and we don't know when it will be opened this time. It took so long to open it once." Hearing this, Li Yang was stunned, and all the expectations in his heart suddenly disappeared. Seeing that there was a gap of 70 billion years between the last time it was opened, and only 50 billion years have passed since the last time it was opened, even if Li Yang's talent is incredible, if this talent ladder does not appear, he will not be able to test it if he wants to arrive. Do we have to wait another 20 billion years? It has only been 400 years since he grew up. It is unknown how strong he will be in 2 billion years. At that time, the talent ladder should not be very attractive to him. This is the special feature of the starry desert. Hun Mo said, finally turning the topic back. At the beginning, the life-holy meteorite of the natural emperor level appeared in the starry desert, but finally disappeared from the starry desert. No one found its trace. I don't know whether it is hidden or fallen. It is rumored that the ancestor of creation has specifically looked for the trace of the holy meteorite, but did not find it. He looked at Li Yang and said, "So, don't hold too much hope this time. Didn't the ancestor of creation find it?" Hearing this, Li Yang's face was calm, and he was not depressed. "I have to give it a try. He has a mysterious little sword, which the ancestor of creation may not find. Maybe the mysterious little sword can sense it." After all, the supreme holy artifact Kunlun mirror was suppressed by the mysterious little sword before. "Whatever you want." Han Mo didn't say anything to discourage me, I just mentioned the talent ladder. In fact, among the treasures given in the talent ladder, there are also corpses of emperor-level life saints. Huh? There are also in the talent ladder. Li Yang was stunned for a moment. Han Mo explained, the talent ladder is very strange. There are corresponding treasures in the 5 levels of 20 steps, 40 steps, 60 steps, 80 steps, and 100 steps, and there are many treasures, not just holy artifacts. In addition to the holy artifacts, there are corpses of the natural emperor saints, corpses of the natural master ancestor dragons, spiritual fruits that can instantly restore the soul of a master, and gods that can make an ordinary person have unlimited life. Various treasures are almost countless. Thanks to Zero Eta for the 100 rewards, thank you. From the city to the strongest in the universe. Author, G. Difeng Ren. Chapter 742. Han Mo was saying this with a look of sigh on his face. The universe is not the only one with such powerful beings as the Archosaur. A complete corpse of the Archosaur has been found in the solar system. Before that, the essence and blood of the Archosaur refined by the powerful people of various ethnic groups obviously came from other ancestors. In the dragon corpse. This is true for the ancestral dragon, and it is normal for there to be more than one holy meteor. Speaking of the treasures in this talent ladder, it can definitely be said to be the place with the most treasures in the universe. Just the countless pieces of the pinnacle holy artifacts are enough to drive the race with the founder of the world crazy. Every time the talent ladder in the star desert is opened, countless ethnic groups in the entire universe will go there with geniuses to try to get the treasures inside. That is definitely a treasure feast for the entire universe. Of course, if you want to get treasures from them, you also need to look at your abilities and the background of each major ethnic group. That is actually a comparison between major ethnic groups. Whoever can get more treasures from the talent ladder will naturally become famous in one fell swoop. Every time the talent ladder is opened, it attracts the attention of the entire universe. Li Yang didn't speak, and had been listening to Han Mo's information about the talent ladder. When he heard something, Li Yang suddenly focused his eyes, and there was an astonishing light in his eyes. He was not shocked that there was a complete body of the holy meteor in the talent ladder. Han Mo, did you just say that the divine fruit gives ordinary people endless life? Li Yang asked immediately. He had tried to find this kind of treasure before, but there was no news. Right. Han Mo nodded and said, if you swallow a god fruit, even if you don't practice and are just an ordinary person, your lifespan will be endless. Many of the treasures in the talent ladder are not available in the outside world. This is also the strangeness of the talent ladder. There are treasures that are not available in the outside world, or even difficult to see, but there are many within the talent ladder. As long as the talent meets the requirements of the ladder, you can get it. Ordinary people have endless lifespans. Li Yang's eyes clearly showed a hint of excitement at this time. If I can get it, wouldn't my parents and others also be able to live forever? Relying on resources, Li Yang can forcibly accumulate the strength of his parents into the world realm. But the world realm only has a lifespan of 10 million years. When 10 million years pass, the lifespans of his parents and others will come to an end. There is no other way to become a god, you must rely on yourself. 10 million years is a long time, but Li Yang always has a sense of urgency in his heart. He will live forever in the future, will he just watch his parents and others' lifespan come to an end? This is something he definitely doesn't want to see. Diamond suit, diamond suit, diamond suit. But now, Li Yang suddenly saw hope. God fruit. As long as I get the god fruit, the lifespan problem of my parents and others will be solved. Li Yang clenched his fists. There are many Li family members now. 200 years have passed and the number of Li family members now exceeds 10,000. But for Li Yang, what he cares about most are undoubtedly his parents, wife, and children. Han Mo, through how many steps can I choose the god fruit? Li Yang asked. Han Mo said, the level of the god fruit is not considered advanced among the talent ladder treasures. You can choose it as long as you pass the 40th ladder. The god fruit is obviously nothing to the talented and powerful. After all, it only has the function of unlimited lifespan. This is obviously prepared for those who do not have much talent and cannot break through and become gods on their own. For many strong people, they would rather choose other treasures than the divine fruit. 40 steps, Li Yang said silently in his heart. With his talent, he will surely pass. Li Yang, do you want to get the god fruit? Han Mo asked, for your family. He has been following Li Yang when Li Yang was at his weakest. Of course he knows Li Yang's character and knows that Li Yang cares about his family. Yes, I want it, Li Yang nodded. Han Mo said, with your talent, it's easy to pass the 40th step of the talent ladder. You can choose the god fruit at the 40th step. After the 60th step, you can even choose a dozen god fruits. The 60th ladder is not a problem for you. The higher the ladder, the higher the level of the treasures you choose. On these high ladders, you can choose low-level treasures instead of high-level treasures, which will increase the quantity. For example, on the 20th step, you can choose an ordinary sacred weapon, and when you reach the 40th step, you can choose more than a dozen ordinary sacred weapons. Therefore, the stairway of gods makes the entire universe, whether it is a powerful ethnic group or a weak ethnic group, extremely crazy. Holy weapons, most of the emperors don't have holy weapons. As long as you go through the 40 steps, you can directly choose a dozen of them. And through 60, you can even choose hundreds of items. Han Mo looked at Li Yang and said, I dare not say that there are 100 stairs, but I think it shouldn't be a problem for you to pass the 80th ladder. With Li Yang's current talent, he couldn't even be confident that Li Yang could pass the 100 talent ladders, which showed how difficult it was. After all, of all the emperors and masters in the entire universe, only 3 of them could pass 100 steps. Don't talk about emperor, just talk about master. Everyone who can become a master has a talent that is absolutely arrogant to the entire universe. However, the talent ladder is not open now, and I don't know when it will be opened next. Han Mo said again. As long as the talent ladder is opened, it will be easy for Li Yang to get the God fruit, but now the talent ladder is not opened at all. I know. Li Yang nodded. He can only hope that the talent ladder will be opened within 10 million years, because his parents and others can only live for 10 million years. When the time passes, even if the talent ladder is opened, what is the use of getting dozens of God fruits? It will definitely be opened. Li Yang took a deep breath. Before, he also hoped that the talent ladder would be opened. After all, there was a corpse of the holy meteorite in it. If he got it, he could try to breed the holy meteorite clone. And now, he is more eager in his heart. Compared with breeding the holy meteorite clone, he hopes that his parents and others will live forever. Otherwise, no matter how strong he is in the future, the closest people around him are gone, so what is the meaning of becoming stronger? Hearing what Li Yang said, Han Mo did not say anything to discourage him. There is no time to lose, let's go to the Star Desert now. Li Yang was not going to waste time and was ready to set off. Han Mo. Suddenly, Li Yang looked at Han Mo and asked, where are you going now? Han Mo was trapped in the soul crystal before, and had no choice but to follow him. But now Han Mo has fully recovered and doesn't need to follow him anymore. You are listening to Novels at Bless Up channel. Wish you happiness and luck. Please subscribe to receive new novels. How do you feel about this novel? Please like and leave a comment. From the City to the Strongest in the Universe. Author, G. Difeng Ren. Chapter 743. In terms of strength, Han Mo is a master, and he is extremely powerful among the strong masters. Diamond suit, diamond suit, diamond suit, diamond suit. Searched Can on Google. A strong man of this level has few opponents across the entire universe. Han Mo said lightly, I don't have anything to do now, so I will follow you to the desert of the universe to take a look. I am also quite interested in the body of the holy meteor. He glanced at Li Yang and said, I happen to have the space teleportation array there. You kid will probably get lost without my teleportation array. Li Yang smiled when he heard Han Mo's words. Han Mo seemed a little worried about him. When the two met, Li Yang was in an extremely weak stage, like an ant, while Han Mo had only a trace of his soul left, and was extremely depressed. 400 years later, Li Yang has grown to the point where he is now and has become a monster genius known throughout the universe. Han Mo has also completely recovered from his remaining soul and has become a powerful master of the universe. Hundreds of years are neither short nor long, but the relationship between the two is definitely not as simple as it seems on the surface. It is more like a friendship established from brothers in need. Okay, let's set off. Li Yang smiled. Buzz. A space teleportation array appeared, and both of them entered it, then disappeared. Human race, virtual world, Emperor Alliance space. Audience. At this time, it was very lively inside, and they seemed to be discussing something. The talent ladder is about to open. Haha, this is a treasure feast in the universe. All the geniuses in the entire universe will probably go. Yes, weak as gods, strong as masters, many will go there. My human Li Yang is so talented that I can at least pass the 60th step of the talent ladder. I can easily obtain a high-level holy weapon. This time is definitely the most dazzling time for my human race. Not only that, after the talent ladder is opened, the probability of the birth of treasures in the universe, stars, and deserts will increase dramatically. This period will last for 1,000 years. Within 1,000 years, even top-level holy weapons may appear. Yes, after the talent ladder was passed last time, a top-level holy weapon appeared in the Star Desert, causing more than a dozen masters and hundreds of emperors to compete for it. One by one, the powerful emperors of the human race were discussing, with obvious excitement in their eyes. They may not benefit from the talent ladder, but as the talent ladder opens, the entire starry desert also becomes a place of huge opportunities, and holy weapons appear from time to time. For an emperor who does not have a sacred weapon, if he finds one, it will definitely be a huge gain. Brush. At this moment, a young figure suddenly appeared in the virtual world. It's Li Yang. Seeing this young man, many emperors looked over. Li Yang's retreat is over. They had heard from the leader of the Daolo sect that Li Yang was in retreat, so they naturally thought it was true. So they were not surprised that Li Yang came here after 180 years. It seems that Li Yang has received the news that the talent ladder has been opened. Yes, Li Yang is now the most powerful genius in our human race, and he will definitely go to the talent ladder this time. The emperors were discussing one after another, and then many of them came over with smiles on their faces. Haha, Li Yang, long time no see. You've been in seclusion long enough this time. With Li Yang's talent, it is estimated that his strength has improved again in the past 200 years. Each emperor looked very enthusiastic. There are so many people. Li Yang was about to enter the virtual world Emperor Alliance space to take a look, but he didn't expect to see so many people. Normally, there are not many people in the Emperor Alliance space. What happened? Li Yang thought secretly in his heart. It is definitely not a small matter that can make so many emperors of the human race talk about it. Li Yang thought of what the eternal ancestor had said to him before. Could it be that what everyone is discussing now is related to what the eternal ancestor had said? He dealt with the emperors in front of him with a smile on his face, but before he could say a few words, the leader of the Sword Slaughter sect appeared. Li Yang, I have something to ask you. Seeing Li Yang, the leader of the Sword Slaughter sect came over quickly. Teacher, what's wrong? Li Yang was slightly confused when he heard the words of the leader of the Daolo sect. Before he returned, he also went to see the leader of the Daolo section. At that time, the leader of the Daolo sect had not said anything was wrong. It seems you don't know yet. The master of Daolo sect looked at his disciple and said with a smile, do you know the desert of stars in the universe? The desert of stars in the universe. Hearing this, Li Yang's heart moved. He knew, he had talked to Han Mo for a long time before. Teacher, this disciple knows something. Li Yang nodded. Many thoughts appeared in his mind, and suddenly he thought of what was possible, and a trace of expectation appeared in his eyes involuntarily. Could it be that the many emperors of the human race who appeared in this alliance space just now were because of the Star Desert? Nothing usually happens in the Star Desert. The only thing that attracts people is the talent ladder. Since you know, the teacher won't introduce it. The leader of the Sword Slaughter sect smiled and said, the news just came that there is something strange happening in the Star Desert, and the first step of the talent ladder has been revealed. According to time calculation, in another 5 years, 100 steps of the talent ladder will be revealed. Talent ladder. Hearing this, Li Yang seemed to find it hard to believe what he heard. His eyes suddenly showed excitement, which was difficult to conceal. Is the talent ladder opened? He had longed for the talent ladder to be opened, the god fruit, the holy fallen corpse, these were all things he longed for. Looking at Li Yang's excited eyes, the leader of the sword-killing sect smiled and said, it seems that Li Yang also knows about the talent ladder. This time, you will definitely be able to get treasures from the talent ladder. There is a high possibility of getting a high-level holy weapon. As long as you pass the 60th ladder, you can get a high-level holy weapon. At this time, Li Yang, in everyone's opinion, agreed that there would be no problem in passing the 60 stairs. Of course, the possibility of passing the 80th staircase is very small. As for the 100th staircase, no one thinks that Li Yang can pass it. Hearing what Master Daolo sect was saying, Li Yang held back the excitement in his heart and quickly asked, "Teacher, I don't know where this news came from. This news has just come from the mouth of a master, but the top management has not yet issued a notice. If you don't pay attention, it will not be clear, but it will not be long before the news will be sent to every strong man's watch. We, the human race masters, will all gather together to discuss matters in this desert of stars. Whether it is the talent ladder, or 1,000 years after the talent ladder appeared, the continuous appearance of sacred artifacts throughout the starry desert, will attract the entire human race to be extremely concerned. From the city to the strongest in the universe. Author, G. Difeng Ren. Chapter 744. Just as Master Daolu said, it didn't take long for the news about the changes in the star desert to be sent to everyone's watch. Afterwards, the human race gathered many powerful people to discuss the matter of the star desert. Even the masters of the human race appeared. On the huge square, Li Yang and other emperors of the human race sat in different positions. Almost all of the nearly 10,000 emperors of the human race came. And above this square, one can clearly see a line of figures. These figures are blurry, but Li Yang knows that they are the masters of the human race. Li Yang, the opportunity in the star desert is too great. With the opening of the talent ladder, holy artifacts will appear from time to time in the star desert in the next 1,000 years. The star desert in this 1,000-year period is definitely one of the greatest opportunities in the entire universe. So not only the emperor, but even the master will be interested in going there. Beside Li Yang, it was Master Daolu, who transmitted a message to Li Yang at this time. "Master," Li Yang nodded. "In that 1,000 years, the star desert may even have top-level holy artifacts. As for the masters, most of them only use high-level holy artifacts, and only a very few have top-level holy artifacts. Therefore, it is normal for the masters to be excited. At this time, there are more than 30 figures above the many emperors. Even in the virtual world, these figures can feel an inexplicable power. The talent ladder is opened. The most evil genius at this stage is Li Yang of my human race. Li Yang will definitely pass the 60th talent ladder and easily get a high-level holy artifact. This time, my human race will definitely have the biggest gain." The masters of the human race are also discussing. The eternal ancestor is also here, and on the side of the eternal ancestor, there is an extremely burly figure. "Eternal, everyone is discussing your disciple Li Yang. How many talent ladders do you think your disciple can pass this time?" the burly figure asked with a smile. The eternal ancestor smiled and said, 80 ladders. His face was calm and confident. He knew about Li Yang's soul transformation. He was in the realm of gods, but his soul could rival the master. This talent, passing the 80th step of the talent ladder, would definitely not be a problem. Of course, there were only 3 people in the entire universe who passed the 100 steps. Even if Li Yang's talent was amazing, the eternal ancestor was not confident that Li Yang could pass. After all, those 3 were all 1,000-year emperors and 10,000-year masters. Their talents were truly the best in the entire universe. Compared with them now, Li Yang still had a little gap. "Oh, 80 steps? Eternal, you are very confident," the burly figure said with a smile. "I am in the outside world, and the tribe still needs you to guard it. This time, my human race will send a few more masters to the star desert. The two founding ancestors of the human race, the burly figure of Hunyuan ancestor left with the supreme holy artifact of the human race, the brilliant star river, and the eternal ancestor must guard the human race's temple. The star desert is open, and there may even be a founding ancestor going there, but this time the human race will not have such a strong person going there. Of course, even if it is other races, the founding ancestors will most likely not go there. The last time the star desert was opened, only one founding ancestor went there from beginning to end. The eternal ancestor nodded and said, in addition to Li Yang, our human race also has some geniuses such as Hongsu this time, and they will also be taken to the talent ladder for testing. As long as you reach the God realm, you can go to the talent ladder for testing. In the entire universe, every time the talent ladder is opened, there are almost geniuses in the God realm who pass the 20th talent ladder and then get the holy weapon. A holy weapon is easy to get. You just need to take the genius there. The major tribes will naturally take all the top geniuses in the tribe. The two masters are responsible for taking Li Yang and Hongsu to the talent ladder. The eternal ancestor and the Hunyuan ancestor spoke casually and decided things one by one. Talent ladder, what is that place? The talent ladder was opened 50 billion years ago, gathering thousands of tribes, and even 47 masters appeared. There are even more than 100,000 emperors. In the talent ladder, as long as the conditions are met, the worst can get an ordinary holy weapon. The stronger the talent, the higher the level of the treasure. The human race obviously arranged two masters to lead the team and take the geniuses of the human race. If there is no powerful protector behind you, even if you get a high-level treasure, it is impossible to keep it. Not to mention others, just Li Yang, if there is no human master beside him, going to the talent ladder together, it is estimated that the moment he appears, those alien masters will attack him and kill him directly. In addition to the eternal ancestor and the Hunyuan ancestor, the masters of the human race also spoke. I am very interested in the star desert. This time I will take Hongsu and other geniuses to go there. When I get to the star desert, I will meet Li Yang. I have nothing to do now, so I will go there to explore. Soon, the matter was discussed, and the human race would send a total of 6 masters to the star desert. Although this was a high-level meeting of the human race, and nearly 10,000 emperors of the human race were also discussing, the real decision was undoubtedly made by the founder of the human race, the masters of the universe. After the discussion, the matter was explained to the many emperors of the human race. We have 6 masters of the human race going. Li Yang heard the announcement, and there was a hint of surprise in his eyes. Li Yang, you are in the outside world now. When you arrive at the starry desert, you must immediately meet with the lord of our race. Beside him, the leader of Daolu couldn't help but say, we humans have sent so many lords, and other races will not be less. It is estimated that there are at least more than 40 lords going to the starry desert this time. In addition to the many emperors. Li Yang's strength is still very weak in the eyes of the leader of Daolu. If he is alone, the probability of encountering danger is very high. Li Yang has a treasure that can change his body shape and breath. Others can't see through Li Yang's disguise, but if he encounters a foreign lord, Li Yang can't hide at all, and the consequences can be imagined. Great opportunities also represent great dangers. Every 1,000 years after the opening of the talent ladder, a considerable number of emperors have fallen. Teacher, I know. Li Yang nodded. In addition to announcing some things, a detailed information about the starry desert was sent to the hands of the human race's senior officials. After the meeting, Li Yang did not stay in the virtual world for long. Inside the aircraft, Han Mo looked at Li Yang and said in surprise, Li Yang, you said that the talent ladder is open, and in 5 years, all 100 ladders will appear. He was very surprised and looked at Li Yang strangely. I said, you are not the illegitimate child of the origin of the universe, right? How come you get everything you need? From the city to the strongest in the universe. Author, G. Difeng Ren. Chapter 745. Hunmo's expression was very strange. He had despaired before, thinking that the Kunlun mirror, the supreme holy artifact that even the founder of the world could not master, was successfully recognized by Li Yang as its owner. Now Li Yang Gang wants to open the talent ladder, get the god fruit inside and the holy death of the born emperor. Corpse. The talent ladder was last opened 50 billion years ago, and no one knows when it will be opened next. But now, Li Yang just wanted to open the talent ladder, but within a day, the talent ladder was opened. If this isn't the illegitimate child of the origin of the universe, what is it? It's just a coincidence. Li Yang smiled after hearing Hunmo's words. He was undoubtedly very excited at this time. With Li Yang's talent, as long as the talent ladder is opened, it will be easy to obtain the god fruit and the body of the born emperor Shen Yun. According to Hunmo, the god fruit can be obtained by passing the 40th ladder, and the same is true for the body of the holy meteor. The two levels are not high. And Li Yang, even if he shows it on the surface, in the eyes of outsiders, he can at least pass the 60th step easily. Getting these is easy and natural. Ignoring Hunmo's surprise, Li Yang was looking at the information in his hand. In the entire universe, through endless years, there are a total of 3 people who have passed the 100th ladder of talent. They are, 57 people have passed the 80th ladder, there are 1,150 people who have passed the 60th ladder. 15. Li Yang looked at it carefully. Although Hunmo told him something about the talent ladder before, and he also checked the human race's information about the Star Desert, it was obviously not as detailed as the records in front of him. Only 57 people have passed the 80 stairs. Li Yang was secretly shocked. In the entire universe, the total number of masters is definitely far more than 57. Li Yang estimates that there are at least 20 or 30 people in the human race alone. As for other peak ethnic groups such as the Monster Tribe, Metal Tribe, etc., which have founders, the number of their masters is no less than that of the human tribe. In addition to the top 10 peak groups, there are also dominant groups such as Kong Lai Jiaolong and Thunder Star Beast. Although there is no founding ancestor, there are at least several masters of the Kong Lai Jiaolong, Thunder Star Beast clans, etc., and some even have more than 10. Counting this way, one can imagine the number of rulers of the entire universe. It can be judged from this that most masters cannot pass the 80th step of the talent ladder. This level of difficulty, no wonder he performed so defiantly before. After 200 years of cultivation, he reached the realm of gods, rivaled emperors, and could even kill ordinary emperors. Such terrifying potential can only be passed through the 60th step in everyone's opinion. Li Yang glanced at the 57 people for a moment, but suddenly his eyes focused on one place. *******:** The Lord of the Blue Wolf of the Demon Clan climbed the 87th step of the talent ladder when he was in the Emperor's realm, and got a top-level holy weapon. And his clone climbed to the 81st step of the talent ladder, and also got a top-level holy weapon. A top-notch sacred artifact. Looking at this information, Li Yang's eyes suddenly showed a frightening light. Both the main body and the clone can go to the talent ladder. In his view, when it comes to climbing the ladder of talent, it is obvious that a person only has one chance, and it is gone once it is used up. The main body and the clone should be counted as one person. But the main body and the clone were not affected. He didn't think about it at all before. Hunmo. Li Yang then asked Hunmo. Hunmo looked at it, his eyes lit up, and said, "I remembered it. It is true that both the main body and the clone can be tested on the talent ladder, but the talent level of the clone will be inferior to that of the main body. The talent ladder only opens once every 50 billion years, and he didn't fully understand it." Looking at the message and hearing what Hunmo said, Li Yang's eyes suddenly showed a hint of excitement. "So, My clones can also go to the talent ladder and get treasures there. Li Yang has many clones. The World Tree clone, the Octopus clone, the Fire Divine Beast clone, the Time Divine Tree clone, the Dark Insect King clone, the Kong Lai Jiao Long clone, and the Thunder Star Beast clone. In total, he now has 7 clones. The main body can at least pass the 80th step of the talent ladder. Even if it is not as good as the main body, these clones can probably easily pass the 60th step of the talent ladder. Then you can exchange it for the God Fruit and the Holy Meteor Corpse. Theoretically it's possible. Hun Mo nodded, looked at Li Yang, and couldn't help but sigh, "Boy Li Yang, you are going to make it this time." He estimated that Li Yang could pass the 80th step of the talent ladder, so the holy weapon chosen would be the top holy weapon. A top-notch holy weapon that most masters don't have. If Li Yang's clone passes the 80th step again, there will be up to 7 top-level sacred weapons. There are only a few dozen human masters, and most of them do not have top-level holy weapons. Calculated, the number of top-level holy weapons owned by the human race is probably not that many. And as long as Li Yang is willing, he can get 8 pieces. What an opportunity! Of course, even if the clones are a little worse, Li Yang can still get at least 7 high-level holy weapons. It's really going to happen. Li Yang also said with excitement on his face. There is no need to take any risks, many top treasures are on the talent ladder, waiting for him to take them out. Although he was excited, Li Yang was still very rational. Although there are 7 clones, the World Tree clone must not move. The World Tree clone is Li Yang's most critical clone. Any clone that dies, including the original body, can be directly resurrected through the World Tree clone. However, if the World Tree clone dies, Li Yang's original body and other clones will not be resurrected if they die again. So this time, the World Tree clone must not be deployed. Where is the Octopus clone? Li Yang thought to himself. The Octopus clone, Li Yang defined it as the bodyguard of the Earth. However, on Earth, there are actually World Tree clones. The World Tree clone cannot practice, but it is actually combat capable. At this time, it also has the strength of an emperor. I have a summoning method that can summon any clone to the gestation space in my body. Li Yang secretly said in his heart, since there is this opportunity, when I arrive at the Star Desert, I can summon the Octopus clone. After the talent ladder test is over, the treasure is obtained, and the Octopus clone immediately explodes, then it can quickly revive in the World Tree clone, continue to stay on the Earth and protect the Earth. It only takes a short time for Li Yang to get one more treasure, and there is no impact. Li Yang certainly has an idea. There is a treasure in front of him, doesn't he want it? Let's do it, Li Yang made a decision in his heart. 7 clones, except for the World Tree clone, all other 6 clones are dispatched. Thanks to Shun Chi Zi Ran 2023 for the 1500 reward, and thanks to Zero Ada for the 200 reward, thank you. You are listening to Novels at Bless Up channel. Wish you happiness and luck. Please subscribe to receive new novels. How do you feel about this novel? Please like and leave a comment. From the City to the Strongest in the Universe. Author, Ji Difeng Ren. Chapter 746. Fire Ghost Divine Beast Clan. Diamond Suit Diamond Suit Diamond Suit Diamond Suit. Swish. Li Yang's Fire Ghost Divine Beast clone left the inheritance site and came to a place. This is where the Supreme Elder of the Fire Ghost Divine Beast clan is located. The Supreme Elder of the Fire Ghost Divine Beast clan is naturally a powerful emperor. Before, Li Yang's Fire Ghost Divine Beast clone broke through to the God realm and had the strength of an emperor, becoming one of the highest levels of the entire Fire Ghost Divine Beast clan. Taiwan Novel Network Rightward Arrow. There are a total of 13 emperors in the entire Fire Ghost Divine Beast clan, 4 of whom are in the clan, and the other 7 are in the outside world. Huo Yan, is the training over? Seeing Li Yang coming, a fire ghost divine beast emperor smiled and said, God still favors their fire ghost divine beast clan, and unexpectedly let their clan have such a genius. After only practicing for more than 200 years, he actually has the strength of an emperor. Huo Yan, you're here. How's your training going? When the other emperors of the fire nether beast tribe saw Li Yang coming, they all smiled. With Li Yang's talent, he will definitely be the strongest of their fire nether beast tribe in the future. He may even take that step and become the master of the universe. At that time, their fire nether beast tribe will also become a powerful tribe in the universe. This is their biggest expectation. Humph, the human Li Yang's talent is so strong that it has caused a shock to the universe. Compared with the human Li Yang, Huo Yan of our tribe is not inferior at all. In a real battle, Huo Yan can also kill the emperor. Although the fire nether beast tribe is completely dependent on the human race, as a tribe born as gods, they are extremely proud and feel ashamed of their dependence on the human race. So, they have a complicated heart when facing the human race. Li Yang came over, looked at the people in front of him, and smiled. Mu Yan, Zun Su, what are you talking about? He asked casually, ready to talk about the talent ladder after a few words. The fire nether divine beast clan was too stable. His clone was getting stronger and stronger, but it was hidden by the fire nether divine beast clan, and few people in the outside world knew about it. However, the fire nether divine beast clan had no idea that the most powerful genius of their clan had long been known by the eternal ancestor. Even their entire clan was under the eyes of the eternal ancestor. The strongest person in their clan was only the emperor, and they could not imagine how powerful the creator ancestor was. Hearing Li Yang's question, Emperor Mu Yan and the other four looked at each other, and then Emperor Mu Yan said, Huo Yan, we were just talking about the talent ladder. Talent ladder. Hearing this, Li Yang's heart moved. He was just about to speak, but now it seems that he doesn't need to say anything more. Seeing that Li Yang didn't speak, Emperor Mu Yan and others thought that Li Yang didn't know what the talent ladder was, so they explained it in detail. Finally, Emperor Mu Yan said, Huo Yan, we were just discussing whether to let you go to the talent ladder. There are only a dozen emperors in the Huoyu divine beast tribe. Their tribe is actually very poor, and the most powerful holy weapon is only a medium-level holy weapon. And Li Yang, the most evil genius of their tribe, can at least pass the 60th step if he goes to the talent ladder, and then he can choose a high-level holy weapon that can be used as their family treasure. However, once he goes, the evil genius of their tribe will be exposed, and the whole universe will know. This is obviously not what they want to see. They hope that Huo Yan will survive to the Emperor realm, or even the unimaginable Master realm. Bar Book 69 New. So they were discussing it just now, and now they are asking Li Yang's opinion. Are you going? Hearing the question from Emperor Zunli and others, Li Yang, the fire spirit beast, smiled and said, yes, of course. How could I not go to such a good place? He looked at Mu Yan and others and said, I was planning to go out recently. I have been practicing in the inheritance place, and I feel that my progress is getting slower and slower. Hearing the words of Li Yang, the fire spirit beast, Emperor Zunli and others thought about it for a while and did not object. Okay, Huo Yan, I will contact the human race immediately and ask their master to take you with them. They are a vassal group of the human race and a member of the Human Emperor Alliance space. Even if Huo Yan goes to the talent ladder in the Star Desert, he must go with the human race. What is the strength of their fire spirit beast tribe? The strongest is only the emperor. No matter how many treasures he gets, he will probably be killed as soon as he gets the treasures. So he must find a backer. This time, the talent ladder is opened, and the human race must have a master to go. Alas, contacting the human race is equivalent to completely exposing Huo Yan. There is no other way. Only the human race can protect Huo Yan. The other emperors of the Huoya divine beast tribe nodded one by one, but there was a hint of unwillingness in their eyes. It would be great if their tribe also had a master. This time they could take Huo Yan directly there without begging the human race and looking at the human race's face. Li Yang didn't care about their thoughts. He was happy in his heart, the Huoya divine beast clone will solve it here. Such a thing happened in the Huoya divine beast tribe, and the same thing happened in the Time God Tree tribe at this time. Since Shi Guang is going to the Star Desert Talent Ladder, he can only contact the human race. I'll contact him. With the protection of the master of the human race, Time will definitely be fine. When the matter of the talent ladder is over, Time, you will return immediately. My Time God Tree tribe has been silent for so long. This time, Time will definitely make a big splash. The emperors of the Time God Tree discussed one by one. Time, a godly realm, can rival the emperor. This is a huge surprise given to their tribe by God. They are also hiding like the Fire Ghost God Beast tribe, even deeper. The Fire Ghost God Beast tribe and the Time God Tree tribe, which are dependent on the human race, the strongest are only the Emperor's tribe, demanding the human race, but it is completely different for the Kongli Jiaolong tribe and the Lising Beast tribe. The Kongli Jiaolong tribe has nearly 10 masters, and its strength is only below the 10 peak tribes with the ancestor of creation, such as the human race and the demon race. You can imagine its strength. Of course, they don't have to beg anyone. At this time, Li Yang's Kong Li Jiaolong clone Kong Yu was in a huge palace. At this time, there were several extremely large Kong Li Jiaolongs here. Looking at the fluctuations of their aura, they completely surpassed the emperor and reached a perfect level. Overlord. These are the overlords of the Kong Li Jiaolong clan. This time the talent ladder is opened, it is a huge opportunity for our Kong Li Jiaolong clan. Yes, now Kong Yu has absorbed dozens of drops of the ancestor's blood, and his strength is even closer to the top emperor. With such a talent, there is a hope to pass the 80th level of the talent ladder. Then you can get a top holy weapon. At this time, they were all discussing, obviously discussing the talent ladder. From the city to the strongest in the universe. Author, G. Difeng Ren. Chapter 747. The masters of the Kongli Jiaolong clan discussed one by one. Haha, now the universe is saying that the first genius is the human Li Yang, but few people know that my Kongli Jiaolong genius Kanjiao is the real first genius in the universe. Yes, Kanjiao has practiced for a shorter time than the human Li Yang. Now he meets the human Li Yang, he can definitely kill him easily. The human Li Yang is close to the strength of a powerful emperor, and my Kongli Jiaolong clan genius Kanjiao is close to the top emperor. This time, my Kongli Jiaolong clan is bound to be famous throughout the universe. Kongli Jiaolong has some blood of the ancestor dragon, and there is also the ancestor dragon pool, which helps the clan geniuses to better refine the ancestor dragon blood. Therefore, in terms of refined ancestor dragon blood, Li Yang's Kongli Jiaolong clone refined the most, and then broke through to the god realm, and his strength was stronger than the original body. After that, he refined many ancestor dragon blood again. At this time, Li Yang's original body was close to the top emperor, and his Kongli Jiaolong clone was actually stronger and closer. He is almost even comparable to the real top emperor. This time, take Kanjiao to the talent ladder, let me and Longxia go together. At this time, a Kongli Jiaolong master spoke up. Judging from his appearance, he was the dragon domain master who was responsible for Li Yang's cultivation. With the two of us here, no one can hurt Kanjiao. Okay, Longjiao, Longxiu, Kanjiao is left to you. We are waiting for your good news in the tribe. The other masters of the Kongli Jiaolong smiled, their eyes full of eagerness. The Kongli Jiaolong clan is very proud. In terms of life level, although they are not born gods, they can master the three mysteries of space law when they grow up normally. Although they are not as good as the natural god clan, the natural god clans such as the Fire Ghost Divine Beast and the Time Divine Tree are greatly restricted by the rules of the universe. There are few strong people in the clan, and there are not many emperors. And their Kongli Jiaolong clan, the life level is second only to the natural god clan, and the rules of the universe do not restrict them much. There are many emperors in their clan, and even several dominant strong men. In terms of talent, strength, how can their Kongli Jiaolong clan not be proud? If a creator appears in their clan, they will immediately become the 11th peak clan in the universe. Although this is the case, there has not been a genius who is too heaven-defying in the Kongli Jiaolong clan since its birth. The dominant strongmen in the clan don't know if they are affected by the limitations of the universe are all very difficult, and it took at least 1 billion years to become the master. Every one of them is diamond suit, diamond suit, diamond suit, diamond suit. Therefore, the entire Kongli Jiaolong clan has never had a demon genius that truly shocked the universe, which has also made the strong people in the Kongli Jiaolong clan hold their breath. And now, their clan finally has such a genius, and they even think that he can perform first in the talent ladder. Human Li Yang has practiced for nearly 200 years and is in the God realm. He can kill the emperor, but his real strength is only slightly better than that of ordinary emperors, and there is still a long way to go before he can become a powerful emperor. And Kanjiao of their clan has practiced for a shorter time than Li Yang. His performance before was better than Li Yang, and now he has practiced for less than 400 years. His strength is even only a little away from the top emperor. In their hearts, Kanjiao's talent is naturally far better than that of human Li Yang. It is easy to become the first by passing more ladders. Bar Book 69 New. Kanjiao, it depends on you this time. Don't let us down. At this time, Li Yang's Kongli Jiaolong clone was also in the palace. Looking at the eager eyes of the Kongli Jiaolong clan masters, Kongli Jiaolong Li Yang said with a firm face, I will definitely work hard. The situation of the Thunder Star Beast clan is similar to that of the Kongli Jiaolong clan. After discussion, two masters of the Thunder Star Beast clan also went out to take Li Yang's Thunder Star Beast clone to the Star Desert talent ladder. The Thunder Star Beast clan is also looking forward to Li Yang. The blood of the ancestor dragon, Li Yang's Thunder Star Beast clone has refined a lot, and their Thunder Star Beast clan has the talent Thunder Punishment. Once it is activated, the strength of the clone will immediately increase. So in terms of strength, Li Yang's Thunder Star Beast clone is also very close to the top emperor. They are naturally confident that the first place in the talent ladder this time must be the Thunder Star Beast clan. In the end, only Li Yang's Dark Worm King clone is left. Speaking of in the past, Li Yang's clone had the worst training environment. The human race had two major tribes of natural gods, the Fire Ghost Beast and the Time God Tree. As for the Dark Bug King tribe, the human race did not have any, so Li Yang's Dark Bug King clone could not go directly to the corresponding tribe to practice like these two tribes. Until now, Li Yang's Dark Bug King clone has been hiding alone and practicing silently. In the aircraft, Li Yang judged the situation of his clone. The Kongli Jiaolong clone, the Lei Xing Beast clone, the Fire Ghost Beast clone, and the Time God Tree clone are all on their way to the Star Desert. When they get there, summon the Octopus clone and the Dark Bug King clone. Li Yang's eyes were full of expectations. 6 clones plus the original body. On the entire talent ladder, who dares to compare with him? Time flies. The Star Desert is a bit far from where Li Yang was before, but it takes 5 years to open the talent ladder. Such a long time is enough for Li Yang to rush over. In the 4th year, Li Yang finally came to the Star Desert. Is this the Star Desert? Looking at the scene in front of him, the land in front of him was completely like a desert, and in the sky, there were countless stars shining. The name of the Star Desert is worthy of its name. In the desert, the most are the peaks, some high and some low, and they all emit strange fluctuations. And in the desert, there are even some lakes, which are even more strange. Beside Li Yang, Han Mo looked at the scene in front of him and said, Li Yang, the treasures that appear in the Star Desert basically appear in the mountains and lakes, so if you want to find treasures, you need to search the mountains and lakes again and again. Li Yang nodded. There will be no treasures in the entire desert, but they will appear in the mountains and lakes. Of course, it is not without surprises. For example, the most famous talent ladder was directly revealed in the desert. From the first ladder to the 100th ladder, all appeared in 5 years. Once it is fully revealed, you can test your talent. 1 month after it is fully revealed, the talent ladder will slowly dissipate again, and then the feast of holy artifacts belonging to the Star Desert will come. Thanks to Zero Eta for the 100 reward, thank you. From the city to the strongest in the universe. Author, G. Difeng Ren. Chapter 748. In fact, most of the powerful people who go to the Star Desert don't care about the talent ladder. Taiwan Novel Network Rightward Arrow. Because they have already tested on the talent ladder, even if they have not tested, it is difficult for them to get the treasures given by the talent ladder. Therefore, 1 month after the talent ladder was opened, the sacred artifact feast in the Star Desert was what they wanted. Of course, for Li Yang, the talent ladder is the most important. Once he gets the god fruit and the body of the holy meteor inside, Li Yang will leave the Star Desert directly and will not stay. After getting the body of the holy meteor, I immediately returned to Earth and tried to breed the holy meteor clone. It is impossible for Li Yang to summon the world tree from the Earth, so even if he gets the body of the holy meteor, he still has to return to the Earth if he wants to give birth to the holy meteor clone. It's best if it succeeds. If it doesn't succeed, then immediately breed the next god's clone to form the third law of fusion. Li Yang thought to himself, when the time comes, I can practice with peace of mind at the place where the law of fusion is inherited. Regardless of whether he has given birth to a clone of the Holy Fall, he will go to the place where the law of fusion is inherited again, and he is not very interested in the fight for the holy weapon in this desert of stars. After all, the last talent ladder change in the Star Desert only produced one top-level sacred weapon, and the remaining highest level was the high-level sacred weapon. These are really not attractive to Li Yang. Using the land of fusion law inheritance to break through and become an emperor as soon as possible, this is what he really needs to do. Drop. At this moment, the watch in Li Yang's hand rang. He looked at it and saw that it was sent by a strong man from the human race. Han Mo, I'm going to meet up with my human team right away. I'll leave the Dark Insect King clone and Octopus clone to you. After reading the message, Li Yang looked at Han Mo again. The human team has arrived early and is waiting for Li Yang on a mountain peak. Li Yang had already summoned the Dark Insect King clone and Octopus clone using the space in his body. However, it is impossible for him to carry it himself, so the best way is to let Han Mo carry it to the talent ladder. Han Mo nodded and said, "Don't worry." There was a trace of amusement in his eyes. I am looking forward to seeing the expressions of many ethnic groups when an octopus defeats the geniuses of the universe. Let's go, Li Yang. If you need anything, please send me a message. Han Mo didn't waste any time and waved his hand. Call out. His figure fluttered and disappeared in an instant. Seeing the soul ink disappear, Li Yang withdrew his gaze and looked somewhere. Rendezvous with my strong human race as soon as possible. His figure fluttered and disappeared in an instant. 69shux.com. Not long after, Li Yang came to a huge mountain peak. After entering the mountain peak, Li Yang quickly came to a place. There was a palace here, and inside the palace, there were nearly 100 figures. The two leaders among them were talking about something. One of them was wearing blood-red armor, and his face looked very familiar. He was the first human master-level powerhouse that Li Yang had ever seen, the Black Yan Master. The other face was very unfamiliar. His face was ordinary, his figure was thin, his face was also like a skeleton, but his whole body exuded an astonishing evil spirit. When Li Yang arrived, everyone immediately looked at him. It's Li Yang. Li Yang is indeed here. This time we are all here to make soy sauce, and Li Yang is the protagonist. Yes, my teachers all said that Li Yang will definitely be able to pass the 60th step of the talent ladder, and by then he will be able to obtain a high-level holy weapon. High-level holy weapons, most emperors don't even have an ordinary holy weapon, and high-level holy weapons are used by great masters. In addition to the two masters, there were other people present at this time, including 17 emperors, one of whom was the Jianhen emperor who was familiar with Li Yang. Emperor Jianhen also just broke through and became an emperor not long ago. He has not been practicing for a long time. He is very hopeful that he can pass the 20th step of the talent ladder. In addition, there are dozens of geniuses in the realm of gods. When these geniuses in the realm of gods saw Li Yang, they couldn't help but talk. They were able to come here, so they were naturally geniuses, but compared to Li Yang, they were inconspicuous at all. While they were discussing, Li Yang also looked at everyone. There are quite a lot of people, Li Yang thought to himself. Whether they are gods or emperors, there are geniuses from human races and from other ethnic groups, and Li Yang's clones, the Fire Nether Divine Beast and the Time Divine Tree, are also among them. At this time, Li Yang felt a little strange meeting his two clones in this capacity. After scanning a person's face, Li Yang paused for a moment. That man's ordinary face was absolutely inconspicuous among the crowd. He was exactly the same Hongsu who had defeated Li Yang and other geniuses, and was accepted as a disciple by the Black Evolution Lord as soon as he entered the eternal temple of the human race. Regarding Hongsu, Li Yang originally set it as a goal that he wanted to surpass. Speaking of which, since the Star Lord realm left the eternal temple of the human race, Li Yang has never seen Hongsu again. The initial Hongsu was enough to make all geniuses despair, but in just over 400 years, Li Yang no longer felt anything when he saw Hongsu again. Li Yang. Seeing Li Yang, Hongsu's calm expression also fluctuated. He has an extraordinary talent. As soon as he appeared, he showed his talent as a demon. He was highly regarded by many top human beings. But within a few decades, Li Yang caught up with him. After that, this demon genius was even suppressed by Li Yang. When they looked at each other, a small shadow was hidden somewhere on Hongsu. This Li Yang is really abnormal. Hongsu, you have so many opportunities left by the master, but you have been suppressed by Li Yang for so many years. The small shadow said, as if it was incredible that Hongsu was suppressed by Li Yang. But this time, Li Yang will definitely not be able to suppress you. The small shadow said, with your current talent and strength, Hongsu, you can at least climb the 90th talent ladder. Li Yang's previous talent was considered by everyone to be able to pass the 60th step, and as for the 80th step, no one was confident. At this time, the small shadow on Hongsu was actually confident that Li Yang could pass the 90th talent ladder. Hongsu was silent for a while, and communicated with the small shadow. I am improving, Li Yang is also improving, no one knows how strong Li Yang is now. Hongsu is not arrogant, on the contrary, he has always been very calm. Hearing this, the little shadow seemed to be stimulated by something, and suddenly jumped up like thunder, saying, Hongsu, are you questioning my words? The little shadow roared, what kind of existence is the master? The inheritance he left behind is definitely the most heaven-defying inheritance in the universe. Even the place where the fusion law is inherited is just a fart in front of the inheritance left by the master. You are listening to Novels at Bless Up channel. Wish you happiness and luck. Please subscribe to receive new novels. How do you feel about this novel? Please like and leave a comment. From the city to the strongest in the universe. Author, Ji Difeng Ren. Chapter 749. Inside Hungsu's body, the little shadow roared, and seemed very angry at Hungsu's suspicion of his master. Before, your realm was low, and the inheritance was nothing. But when you broke through to the level of God, the inheritance really showed some effect. This talent ladder was opened a little too early. If it was opened a few decades later, Hungsu, you would definitely be able to pass the 100 talent ladders. In the entire universe, after endless years, only 3 people have passed the 100th talent ladder. The little shadow was confident that relying on the inheritance of his master, Hungsu would be able to pass it if he was given a few decades more. You know, even the ancestor of creation could not do this. Otherwise, wouldn't the ancestor of creation be able to cultivate someone who passed the 100 talent ladders with careful training? Facts have proved that the ancestor of creation did not have this ability. Hearing the words of the little shadow, Hungsu did not refute. He accepted the inheritance and naturally knew how powerful the person who left the inheritance was. It seems that this world is not the opponent of that strong man. Hungsu was talking to the little shadow, but no one noticed it. Even the 2 powerful masters present didn't know. At this time, Lord Heian and another powerful master of the human race saw Li Yang and came over. Among them, Lord Heian actually showed a smile on his face. Li Yang, you are finally here. Li Yang is still very weak now, but it is almost certain that he will become the invincible emperor in the future. At that time, Li Yang's status will not be much different from his, so he will naturally not look down on Li Yang. After saying that, he pointed to the thin man beside him and introduced, "This is the Lord Yalan of the Hunyuan Martial Arts Saint Realm." From the Hunyuan Martial Arts Saint Realm. Looking at the thin man, Li Yang's heart moved. The Hunyuan Martial Arts Saint Realm is no less powerful than the eternal temple of the human race. Before, Li Yang only knew that Lord Heian of the temple was one of the leaders of the team, and he didn't know about Lord Yalan. "Please wait for me, Lord Heian and Lord Yalan," Li Yang said with a smile. "It's a small matter," Lord Heian smiled. They were talking casually, but the scene was completely different in the hands of those geniuses. Li Yang's status in the human race is really high now, and he can chat and laugh with the great Black Evolution Lord. After practicing for hundreds of years, he killed the Emperor. With such potential, it is easy for Li Yang to become the invincible Emperor. His status is naturally different from ours. Alas, there is no comparison. The eyes of the gods and geniuses were full of envy. In terms of the time of practice, they are all longer than Li Yang. They joined the eternal temple of the human race or the Hunyuan martial arts holy realm earlier than Li Yang, but Li Yang has already reached this step. In their eyes, the dark blue lord of the Hunyuan martial arts holy realm also said, "Li Yang, since you are here, let's set off and go directly to the talent ladder to wait." The talent ladder will not be truly opened for more than half a year at this time, but it is definitely right to go there in advance, and you can also occupy a good place. Every time the talent ladder is opened, the slightly stronger ones in the entire universe will go there, and the minimum reward is a holy weapon. Who doesn't want it? The Blue Lord was not very enthusiastic about Li Yang, but that was normal. He didn't need to please Li Yang at all. The group set out and spent a month to finally arrive at a place. As soon as they arrived here, Li Yang saw the stairs. "Is that the talent ladder?" "Rightward arrow." Li Yang looked there, with a hint of shock in his eyes. One after another, huge stairs came into view, each of which was 100 meters high. At this time, more than 80 stairs appeared. These 80 stairs were connected together, and at first glance, the top seemed to be connected to the whole world. Li Yang was shocked, yes, shocked. The stairs gave him an extremely strange feeling, as if the stairs were the whole world. The stairs in the place of inheritance of the fusion law also gave Li Yang a wonderful feeling, but that feeling was not as strong as the stairs in front of him. When Li Yang's eyes were shocked, the eyes of some people around him also looked at him immediately. "The human race is coming." The leaders are the Black Devils and the Dark Blue Lords of the human race. The young man in the human race team is the human Li Yang. Humph. Human Li Yang is so talented, how could the human race not let him come here? With the talent of human Li Yang, it will be easy for him to pass the 60th talent ladder, and then the human race will be able to obtain a high-level holy weapon. Human Li Yang has the strongest talent in the universe now. Will the human race be the biggest winner this time? Many forces have come to the scene, spread all over the place, and when the human race troops arrived, many races looked over almost at the same time. In terms of strength, the human race is one of the top 10 peak races in the universe, and it is also the only race with 2 creators in the race. Only the demon race can compare with it. In terms of genius, Li Yang, the most famous genius in the universe, is from the human race. However, compared to genius, everyone looked at the 2 masters of the human race at the first time. Almost 95% of the tribes saw the 2 Heian masters and showed great awe in their eyes. The human race is so powerful. This time, there are 2 masters leading the team. There are only 2 masters in my tribe. There are actually not many tribes in the universe that have real masters. For more than 90% of the tribes, the strongest is only the emperor. After looking at the 2 masters in awe, they looked at Li Yang. In the demon tribe camp, the leaders this time are also 2 masters, one of whom is a huge demon snake, the demon snake master. He looked at the 2 masters of Heian and Yulan, and then looked at Li Yang, with crazy killing intent flashing in the depths of his eyes. Damn human Li Yang! The peerless genius Xianhuo appeared in their demon tribe before, and he became an emperor in just a few thousand years. With such a talent, it is easy to pass the 40th talent ladder, and there is a 70% probability of passing the 60th talent ladder. Their demon tribe became the most dazzling few in this talent ladder under the eyes of countless tribes in the universe, but Xianhuo was killed by Li Yang. This has led to the fact that their demon tribe now has no top talents, and the strongest has basically reached the end after passing the 20th talent ladder. As the most powerful race in the universe, such a result is undoubtedly a slap in the face for the demon race. After all, this time the talent ladder is also a contest between billions of races in the universe. The competition of geniuses represents the glory of a race. Glory is one of the things that a race values most. Thanks to Zero Eta for the 100 reward, thank you. From the city to the strongest in the universe. Author, G. Difeng Ren. Chapter 750. Demon Snake, that's Li Yang. Next to the demon snake overlord, there was a huge leopard-like demon beast, and the pressure it exuded was no less than that of the demon snake overlord. Yeah. The demon snake overlord said in a deep voice, our demon race suffered a great loss at the hands of human Li Yang. This time, we must find a chance to deal with him in the star desert. Difficult. Hearing the words of the demon snake overlord, the leopard-like demon beast shook his head and said, unless human Li Yang acts alone, otherwise, except for the Black Devil's overlord and the Dark Blue overlord of the human race, we have no chance. Even if we unite with the overlords of other races, there is no chance. After all, Li Yang can directly enter the space attribute treasure. There was also murderous intent in his eyes, and he wanted to kill Li Yang immediately. But with Li Yang's talent and the current situation, the human race should not let Li Yang act alone. The strength of the Black Devil's overlord and the Dark Blue overlord of the human race is not inferior to them, and they have no chance at all. While the demon race was talking, the strong men of other races were also discussing it. After the human team appeared, the Kongli Jiaolong tribe heard the discussions around them and showed disdain in their eyes. Do these tribes think that the human race can make the greatest gains this time? Are they all saying that human Li Yang is the best in the universe? Humph, human Li Yang has been in the limelight enough. This time, it's the turn of our Kongli Jiaolong tribe. Wait until Kong Yu climbs the 80-odd talent ladders and see what these tribes look like. Our Kongli Jiaolong tribe is the most favored tribe in the universe. The two Kongli Jiaolong masters discussed, with disdain for human Li Yang in their eyes, and expectations for Kongyu in their tribe. Their tribe's peerless genius has been hidden for so long, it's time to show it. Thunder Star Beast Tribe. Humph. The genius Mu Xian of my Thunder Star Beast clan is the best in the universe. Human Li Yang? He is absolutely vulnerable in front of Mu Xian. Just wait and see. The more people talk about human Li Yang, the more they say that the human race can make the greatest gains this time. When Mu Xian's talent is revealed, the greater the shock will be. Fire Ghost Divine Beast Clan. My clan's fire talent is peerless. This time, we will definitely be able to suppress many geniuses in the universe. Time Divine Tree Clan. My Time Divine Tree Clan's fire is the best in the universe. Each clan is full of confidence in the genius of its own clan. In fact, it is normal. The talent shown by Li Yang was at the God Realm 200 years ago, and he could kill ordinary emperors. But that strength is definitely not at the level of a powerful emperor. And 200 years ago, the performance of Li Yang's several clones was not under Li Yang's original body, and now his many clones have the strength close to the top emperor. No matter how fast Li Yang progressed before, everyone thinks that it is very good to reach the level of a powerful emperor now. So, they all think that the genius of their clan is better than Li Yang. Li Yang is recognized as the first genius in the universe. If the genius of their tribe surpasses Li Yang, then it is not normal for them to be ranked first in the universe. At this time, Li Yang, who was being watched by many powerful people, had a calm face and swept his eyes over the clones one by one. The clone of Kong Lai Jiaolong, the clone of Lei Xing Beast, the clone of Time God Tree, and the clone of Woyu God Beast have all arrived. Li Yang said silently, "Wait for Hun Mo to arrive, and the 6 clones will be complete." His eyes were full of expectations. The God Fruit can be obtained, and the Saint Meteorite clone can definitely be bred. As long as the Saint Meteorite clone is bred, the difficulty of him becoming an emperor will be greatly reduced than now, and the time to break through may even be shortened by more than 10 times. In the future, it will not be too difficult for him to become a master. Li Yang was waiting. As time passed, one tribe team after another continued to arrive. The talent ladder was almost densely packed with powerful people. The gods were inconspicuous, the emperors were everywhere, and the masters were the leaders of each team. Without a master, it is impossible to come here for inspection. Otherwise, even if you get an extremely precious treasure, you can't take it away. Similar to the Time God Tree, the Fire Ghost God Beast, etc. are in the human team, and the same is true for other tribes. However, the 2 masters of the human race lead a small team, only more than 100 people. And some masters lead a team with a number of more than 10,000. In the universe, weak tribes are actually the most. Many weak tribes, such as the strongest, are only the emperor, and these tribes are unwilling to rely on the peak tribes such as the human race, so they will form an alliance. Many weak tribes unite together and find a few masters as leaders. This is also an extremely powerful force, absolutely not inferior to the Kongli Jiaolong and other tribes. Therefore, the geniuses brought by the masters of these alliances are all geniuses from many weak tribes, and their number is the largest. Soon, the total number of people who came here even exceeded 100,000. Time flies, just like this, more than half a year has passed in the blink of an eye. At this time, 99 talent ladders have appeared, and the number of powerful masters who have come here has even reached 35. The 35 masters are divided into 26 teams. The smallest team has more than 100 people, and the largest team has more than 10,000 people. In a few minutes, the talent ladder will be opened. Haha, it's finally open. At this time, each tribe has an expectant look on their faces, looking forward to getting treasures. Those who dare to come here are actually a little confident that they can pass the 20th talent ladder. And in the last few minutes, whoosh! Another figure flew over from a distance. Is that Han Emo? Han Emo has disappeared for hundreds of billions of years. The outside world has long rumored that he has fallen. Why did he appear again? Looking at his appearance, he should have been in seclusion somewhere before, right? Seeing Han Emo, the eyes of the masters all looked at him. Han Emo, long time no see. Han Emo, you disappeared for a long time this time. Looking at Han Emo, most of the masters actually greeted him with a smile. Han Emo is an equipment refiner, and he is a top equipment refiner in the universe. He can even refine holy equipment. In addition, Han Emo has no tribe. This makes Han Mo's status in the universe very high, and many tribes want to make friends with him. Equipment refiners who can refine holy equipment are definitely the most popular in the universe. However, Han Emo is a loner and has never refined for any tribe. Despite this, many tribes are still unwilling to offend him. Haha, what a lively scene. Han Emo arrived, glanced around, and laughed. He waved his right hand, and two figures appeared beside him. The two figures, one was a dark, insect-like ferocious beast, and the other was a giant beast with 8 claws.